I've talked pretty extensively in the past about a concept that we developed at Gartner called buyer enablement. Buyer enablement is, well, at least conceptually, simply the idea that you have an opportunity as a sales professional, a success professional, to essentially play coach to your customer through their decision making or their buying process. We often think that the customer's buying process, their buying journey, is something that they decide and they determine, and we simply follow along wherever they guide us. But in the concept of buyer enablement, the idea of buyer enablement is that, in fact, many customers aren't really sure how they buy, who should they talk to, what decisions matter most, and in what order. But you do, because you've sold solutions like this many, many times over and over again. So while your customer may be buying it for the first time, hopefully you're not selling it for the first time, certainly not as an organization. So in the world of buyer enablement, think of yourself as almost like a buying coach, or maybe even better, a decision coach. You take your customer figuratively by the hand and guide them through their decision making process. You probably want to talk to this person first, then connect to this person. Here's the questions they're going to have. Here's how to overcome them. Now, when we put this idea of buyer enablement together with something else I've talked about, which is a customer verification process, you begin to think about how this can be very powerful. Because one of the steps that you can take with your customers is to begin to essentially map the minefield of their own internal buying journey. Help them anticipate what are the challenges we're going to face, what are the obstacles we'll need to overcome, and you can actually quite literally map that all out inside of software, like we do at ecosystems, or even just, if you will, on a whiteboard or a piece of paper or a PowerPoint slide. But one way or another, you begin to guide your customers step by step through that buying journey. Here's what needs to happen first. Here's what needs to happen second. Here's what happens need third. Here's what needs to happen third. And you can do that in a collaborative way, because you're not necessarily going to get it exactly right, but you build this together based on your input, their knowledge of their company, your knowledge of other organizations and where they've gotten stuck. You can not only map that journey, but you can put a timeline against it. You could put owners against each different step, whether it's different stakeholders inside their organization or maybe your role along the way, that in ways that you can help. And then that becomes your roadmap for buying. And what you do when you build a roadmap for buying, so this process, this path towards the purchase decision with your customer, is that not only do you build a clear, straightforward map that you can use for customer verification to determine where exactly you are at any given place or any given time along the way, but you also, arguably even more importantly, you build their confidence. Not their confidence just in you because you help them do this, but you build their confidence in themselves and their ability to navigate their own internal decision making process, which, let's face it, isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do. And that's, I think, just an incredibly clear opportunity for all of us as we think about sales and success, is what role can we play in building customers' confidence, not just in us, but building customers' confidence in themselves and their ability to make large scale decisions on behalf of their company.